Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me for another Ruby Tuesday. I'm so excited to be back for this Ruby Tuesday. It's been so long since I've sat in front of my microphone to record a voiceover, let alone to record a video or even do a lot of the things that I've been doing lately. So like getting back into just playing around with my fabrics and things and, you know, making journal covers here and there. And yeah, it just feels good to like take some time, a little time every day, a little time that I can to like get back to my creativity and the things that I love the most, which is just making things and playing with beautiful papers. And of course, I love being on the Ruby and Pearl design team, and I definitely wanted to come back and do my project as soon as possible. So I don't know if I'm like back to work, but I'm back for this, I guess. So let me just get into my project. What I'm doing is I'm prepping journal pages in my journal from Cynthia, who's also on my team. She gifted me this journal, and I've been using it off and on when I have time for journaling. And I wanted to do some journaling with images, and it's funny because I actually saw that she did a video about journaling using images or imagery, I think, recently. And that's what my project was going to be about. And it actually took me like 3 separate times on 3 separate days to try to film this video because, you know, one time it was like the baby woke up from the nap, or the other time my daughter needed me. And so just trying to like gain my bearings on being a mom of 2. And that's what my journaling is about. So I wanted to use images from Ruby and Pearl's packs. I'm using various packs in here, and I just wanted to use them to express my feelings and like kind of prep my pages for writing journaling. But there's certain images here that I've chosen that I feel really express this time of life for me, and I just wanted to include them in this journal, and I'll explain them. I don't show my journaling on camera because I just don't feel comfortable doing that yet. I don't really do these like journal with me type videos, and I don't know if I want my words shown yet. Maybe one day, but maybe not this particular spread. But I did want to go into the images that I chose and like why I chose them and what they sort of represent to me, if that makes sense. And I hope that's okay. I hope that this is a video that you enjoy, and I hope that you maybe get some ideas from this. The point is that you can use like images that might be, let's just say, for something else. For example, this one here I believe is from the La Luna kit. So let's say that's like a celestial kit, right? But to me, I'm using this to express something that has nothing to do with a celestial vibe. I'm just using it to express and remind me of, you know, some events that occurred within the last month. So sorry if I'm rambling. I'm trying to get back into this whole voiceover thing, so I hope this is okay. But yeah, so what I did here is this paper on the right, these 3 ladies or maidens. I chose that out of the La Luna kit because I wanted to have an image that represented just the women in my life that have been really just incredible during this time in this season of my life. My sister was here to help me a week before the baby was born and then a week after, and without her help during what was actually a pretty crazy time, I really don't know how I would have gotten through that time. And she just was so wonderful and took such good care of me and my family, my daughter and, you know, my husband, and just made sure that we were fed and had groceries in our refrigerator and just so many more things. But yeah, I just wanted to have an image that represented the multiple women like her, my mom who comes and takes care of my daughter so I can be with my baby. Just an overall an image that represents just like the women who really were there for me and helped me out that during that time and continue to do so. So that's what that image there is for. Then on the left hand side, I just cut out like this little piece of a vintage greeting card, and it's like about babies. It says welcome baby, and it has a little bit of like baby imagery, like little blocks and stuff. And so I just thought I would put that in the center of this page, and then I will go in later and do some journaling around just around that, just a few little notations. And then that little tag there is a tag that was made for me by Haley Perry, Periwinkle's Envelope. And I just love the image of the baby and the mom with coffee, because that is the only way I'm surviving right now, is my husband making me coffee in the morning, because I'm very tired. So I'm just doing a little bit of additional washi and just taping things down. I'm like a horrible journaler. I like treat my journals like glue books. Like I really don't go crazy and like try to make these really artistic and beautiful spreads, and my handwriting isn't very nice, and I just like to, like I said, I treat them like glue books. I just glue. I'm very messy. I don't want to say I don't care. I just don't take the time to make things look super pretty. I just want to get my thoughts and ideas down as quickly as possible before they escape my head. And so I just, glue the things in that mean something to me, and then I, quickly jot down my thoughts. And that's just kind of how I've always journaled. So I do, very simple collaging and things here and there, but nothing too fancy. Oh, well, wait. I think I am getting fancy right here with this little wax seal. So yeah, I'm going to add a little wax seal to this, this spread right here. So here I just add these little angels, and later on, I think I write up at the top like sister angels, because, the women in my life, my sister, my best friend Natalie, who is like a sister to me, just my mom, like everyone, all the women in my life that are just have, been so amazing. Like I said, this is for them, and so they're all my angels, I guess, is what I'm trying to say in this spread. And I may do a little bit more journaling around that pink paper there, which is also part of a Ruby and Pearl kit. And I'm sorry, I don't remember off the top of my head which one that's from, but I will, of course, leave the links in the description box to all the kits I used. You'll have to forgive this sort of erratic like video and voiceover. I'm just like doing my best. Like I said, it took me 3 times to record this video, because I really just like wanted to make sure I got my video out for Ruby Tuesday, but I kept getting interrupted. And again, I'm just trying to get my feelings and my thoughts out using these images with the little time that I have right now. So then I flip over to this side, and okay, so this image here with the woman and the owl, I think that must come from the La Luna kit, I believe. But I chose that one because right now, when you're in the throes of like newborn baby and new mommyhood, even though you may have a lot of help, like, I mentioned my mom and my sister and my friends, there's still times where you just feel absolutely solitary and alone. And most of the time that's when you're up really late at night and you're feeding the baby alone in the dark, and only you can do these, certain things for the baby. And at times it can be very, I want to say, isolating, and I don't mean that in a negative way. It just kind of like, it just is what it is. Like, it just can feel isolating at times. And so I feel like that image just kind of spoke to me with, it feels like a little sense of loneliness. Like she's just like there with this one lone owl, on the moon at night. And that's just kind of what it represents to me. So I'm doing my best to explain my feelings towards that image, but that's what it represented to me. And I love that star paper. That is such a beautiful, beautiful digital. God, I love that. I can't even tell you how much I love that paper. So I'm just like using, various papers to create backgrounds, and I'm ripping them so that the edges aren't perfect. And I'm just kind of framing out that special image that I just talked about, and that, defines those emotions for me right now. So I'm just putting her and the owl right onto that star paper. So this image here is from the my Dear Mother kit, and it is so beautiful. I mean, that is just such a sweet image of a mom and her sweet baby, and I just love it so much. That kit particularly is so well put together. I just love Heather's eye for these types of things. She really sees the sweetness, and I don't know, just like she just the eye that she has for the way that she puts her kids together is just really beautiful, and I really mean that. So this is just a really beautiful image that I wanted to include because I am just over the moon in love with my little baby boy. He is so sweet and just has like the sweetest demeanor, and even though there are some hard days and lots of crying, and some days nothing goes right, and that's just not just with newborns, that's just, if you're a mom of any kid, I think that goes without saying. But yeah, he's just been wonderful, and just feel really lucky that I have two beautiful little kiddos. I'm gonna cry just thinking about it. So I decided to keep that image instead of gluing it down. I wanted to use this little vintage envelope that I had laying on my desk, and I just decided to glue the envelope onto the paper, and then just use it as like a fun little pocket to include the image in instead of just gluing it down. So I can pull it in and out. I can journal on the back of that image later if I want to. So, and then I just created like a little tab to be able to easily pull it in and out of the pocket. And then I'm going to use some of this leftover star paper, and I'm going to give myself some more journaling space. So I'm going to fold that up and just include that in the pocket. And then that way, when I go back to write about all of these things, I have lots of different options as far as where I can write. And yeah, so I'm just putting it back in there, and I just think that looks really cute. And, it brings in the stars from the left-hand side. So this isn't like the most amazing page spread or journal spread, but these images are a representation of like kind of what's going on in my life and my thoughts and feelings about everything. And of course, I'll add words to all of these things, but the point of my project really is just so you can see the way I journal, and it's really easygoing, and I use images to express my feelings. And I would love to point you over to Cynthia's video as well. I did record this before I saw that she had a video about journaling with imagery, but I do want to just point you over to her video as well, just so you can go watch her take on that and the way she does things. And she makes really beautiful, creative and pretty spreads in her journals. So here I'm just using little scraps that I had on my desk to just give myself some more journaling space. So I just kind of covered up the printed words on the that was behind that, and just used this little scrap of ledger just because it was sitting on my desk, and that'll give me like a little place to annotate like the image there, or maybe put a date or something like that. So yeah, that's kind of like my prepped little spreads in this journal. And yeah, thanks for joining me, guys. Next time I hope to do a more involved project, but I hope you guys like this little journal with me, and forgive me for not sharing my writing and my words in here, but maybe I will do that in the future. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and happy Tuesday. Bye.